Hi, I'm Nick, and I'm one of the co-founders at Dentally, and today we'd like to talk to you about how you can use data to help drive decisions in marketing for new patients in the dental practice. I'm joined today by Ben, who's head of marketing at Dentally, and would like to impart some insights as to how we do marketing at Dentally, and you can do the same techniques in your dental practice. So, Ben, what are the key challenges with deciding how to spend your money on marketing?
Sure, so from what I see, a lot of dental practices know they should be doing marketing, however they don't really know how to approach it. So what ends up happening here is you get a gut feeling of where to spend the marketing budget, but there's no structure in looking at the performance of each of those channels that you're spending money on.
Great, so and what kind of channels do we use, and would a dental practice use?
Sure, so we use a lot of digital and online marketing, and I think a lot of practices are getting into this as well. So this includes things like Google AdWords, but also social like Facebook and Twitter.
And the more traditional print and
of course, yeah.
So, what would you say the first thing that you can do with trying to identify the performance of each of these channels?
Great. So one of the features we have in Dentally is to record the patient acquisition source. So this is of high priority for when you get new patients and they make inquiries. You should always record where they heard about you, and this information can be used to assess the quality of each of your marketing channels.
Fantastic. But then you've got like 10 patients from this channel, 20 patients from this channel. How do you assess each of those channels' performance as a direct comparison?
Sure. So the actual value in this data actually comes from when you look at your spending in each channel compared to the number of patients you get from that channel. So if you divide the amount of spend, say on Google AdWords, by the number of patients you get from Google Ads, you can work out the cost of acquisition of an individual patient.
And then you can compare the cost of acquisition of each patient for each of your channels, and this is a directly comparable.
Exactly, and the only two sources of information you need are your spend in that channel and the acquisition source in Dentally.
Fantastic. So then, once you've got this information and you see the customer, acquisition cost per channel, what would then be a good course of action?
Great. So I recommend you start experimenting. So, for instance, for a month or 2 months, run a campaign on Google AdWords and then run a campaign on Twitter. Compare the patient acquisition cost for each channel, and then once you identify the lowest cost channel, start to invest more money into that.
Fantastic. So you've used your data, you've made a decision on it, and then you're running a then more intensive campaign on the more profitable source. What do you do then?
Yeah, sure. So the really fun thing about marketing is the performance of these channels changes over time. So I recommend that a practice review their customer acquisition cost perhaps every 3 months, and then they can reassess where to spend their marketing budget.
So essentially you're doing the same things and repeating every 3 months, getting new data, looking at how many new patients you're getting from each channel, and then adapting to your requirements.
Precisely.
So just to summarise, what would you say are the 3 key takeaways that a practice can do to improve their marketing?
Mm-hmm. Number 1, always record that patient acquisition source. Number 2, look at the spend of your marketing in specific channels to work out the patient acquisition cost, and then compare different channels to work out which has the lowest acquisition cost. Finally, review your marketing every 3 months to assess which are the best channels to spend your budget on.
Fantastic. Thanks very much, Ben. So I hope Ben's managed to give you some better ideas as to how you can use data to drive your marketing and spend your money smartly. If you'd like to find out more information about how Dentally can help in your practice, then check out our website, and feel free to contact your DPAS customer representative, who will have more information about it as well.